Hello, I'm Lost, and we are back with another and probably the last episode of Death's Door. There's two other ways, so we're definitely coming back to this room. Oh, hey again, pal. Hope you didn't mind me tagging along. Seems like we'll need to find a way through this old fortress if we want to get up that mountain. Well, I say we, I mean you. I'll just hang around here and work on the lyrics for my next banging tune. Let me know if you find a way up. Yeah, I'll just do that, will I? It's not good, it's me or you, pal. Oh, thank gosh it's you and not me. Oh, it's birds. Ooh, there's a door somewhere. It's so cold. What is that behind the door? Oh, so many paths. So many paths. If I walk off ledges and slam down, I can get into tunnels. Funny enough, I actually figured out this slam move at the very beginning of the game. And I didn't know what I'd figured out. Oh, okay, so that's how we dealt with that area. There's something up there. What does the plaque say? Here lies Lord Lockstone, the first Lord of Doors to make a deal with death. Their legacy is inestimable, and their reign absolute. A cold ruler concerned with law and order, who consolidated power and would go on to build the foundation of the Hall of Doors. If he made a deal with death, how did he die? Interesting. Oh, hello. This is the resting place of we, the Lord of Doors. I am Lord Lockstone, for whom this crypt was named. We, Lord of Doors, were an anomaly, a mistake of the universe, some might say. But it is that not an apt description of all life? Oh, is that not an apt description of all life? A mistake of the universe, one which grows and thrives, existence born into consciousness. And to preserve that consciousness is the most important and noble goal. The Lord of Doors is evil, isn't he? Alright, well, one, that's locked, and two, I absolutely can't go that way. Entombed alongside the old lords. I suppose some would call it an honor. I would call it a tragedy. Really cool how they've designed all the tunnels to be layered under the map, so you just see the path only when you're inside it. But yes, now we must go this way to get what we wanted. And even with that, I do not have enough for a skill because they are quite expensive. Well, there's another... Oh, you moved? No, you just sat down. Anything to say? Hunting for souls? Oh, hunting souls for breakfast and no. Oh, okay, you were going to say hunting souls for breakfast and lunch and you decided that wasn't a good idea. Oh, I see. This one is actively hunting me. But he's going to have to be quicker because I have arrows. There's one more. I wonder if the boss is going to feature those puzzles. I really hope not. I'm getting better. Oh, there's a bird. I knew he was around here somewhere. My life is ending, but this lord plans to live forever. Doesn't feel fair to me. I mean, I will agree, I don't see why he didn't just recall all of you before planning to live forever. Why did he forsaken his own people to doom, I wonder? Well, there might be something hidden here. There might still be, I just might have missed it. What does this say? Here lies Lord Theodore. I like that one. The first successor in the lineage of lords. Their transition to power was smooth, and their reign egalitarian. Remembered for their fair nature, enforcing better working conditions for reapers. Yeah, like when they left them all to die. Ow. Of course they sent you. And of course you hurt me. Another one. Whoa. Since when could you guys jump? You are my most deadly foe. And that is why I must end you with the swiftness of fire. Remind me to upgrade the fire perk. Damn, handy as hell. And you are the last bird I was searching for. Posted in this fortress, I have learned a great deal about the old Lord of Doors. Still, don't care much for them. Don't much care for them. Me neither, to be honest. While I wouldn't say they sound like terrible bad people, they also don't sound like the kindest people ever. Alright, every chest that has come up so far has eaten us, so we might as well just let it eat us. Oh, you're stretching and getting ready? Yep. I like that. Our character's gotten used to being eaten by the chest. Alright, I'm ready. Avarice. Seems to be working. Nice. Fire for the win. The most OP tactic in almost every game. Fire. King of Crows. A gift to a fellow crow to aid you in your quest. Hookshot spell acquired. Press down to switch to it. Interesting. Still can't destroy those boxes though. That's cool. This appears to be a Reaper's abandoned logbook. The removal of the legacy doors has seriously impeded my investigation into the disappearance of the Reapers in the redacted region. This whole process of transferring to the new system has been a nightmare. I have found evidence that many workers were active in the region when the orders were given to cut them off. More worrying still is that the active reaping missions in the area were also purged from the system. Somewhere out there is a soul that has not been reaped on time. This is a recipe for disaster, that is for sure. We all know what happens to souls if they remain alive past their death date. I think I know who it is he's talking about. The good news about this hookshot ability, it does not require even a single one of my ability points. That Vagger reckons that something big's gonna happen here soon. You know anything about that, buddy? Yeah, I am the cause. I will take down your, Actually, better, I will reap your Reaper of Souls. I don't know why anyone was complaining. These things are adorable. And they like the same TV shows as me. On my travels, I found a very incriminating audio log. Audio log? Logbook. That was close. This appears to be a Reaper's handbook. I'm done with this job. I found the notes from the investigator looking into the events around the disappearances of Reapers and the closures of all those active doors. This Lord of Doors doesn't give two shinies about any of us crows. What is it all for? Myself and a few other Reapers I have convinced to join me are heading into the Forbidden region to see what we can find. I hope we can start a new life without the Commission. A new challenge awaits us. Hehehe. I was right. We can't trust the Lord of Doors, and we are probably going to fight him. But my thoughts on the matter is that there's a Forbidden Kingdom out there and I've got to find it. My people are waiting. But anyway, we continue back on our quest to explore. Ha, that worked. I got a key, but I couldn't tell you what for. All I could tell you is that this hookshot is handy. What do you have to say? Wait, first, what does your plaque say? Here lies Lord Deadbolt, the fourth in the lineage of the Door Lords. Their rule was dark, but produced efficiency among Reapers. An overbearing ruler concerned with keeping order and funding research into other sustainable forms of life extension. Interesting. So these Lord of Doors are just people afraid not to die, huh? Or afraid to die, I suppose. My life was not easy. The balance of the universe was my duty, and mine alone. The Lord who created me had grand delusions about fate and purpose, but fate did not bind me to death's door. Duty did. No other could take on the task of controlling life of death. So I bore the burden. I bore it for as long as I could, even extending my life beyond the bounds set by the physical anachronism, that is death. When my time finally drew a close, my successor paid no heed to my teachings. I fear their reign may have destroyed the balance I tried so hard to maintain. What a bitter disappointment they have been. Greatness is seldom free, Crow. True greatness may even cost you your soul. So now, for the mysterious question, where is the last one? How do I talk to you? Oh, from here, okay. Sweet child, Look at what has happened to your life at the hands of Arceus. I was never sold on the idea of preserving the course of life and death. Each lord creates the next in succession before their death and teaches them the Lord's path. My creator, the Lord before me, bound me to their system. All I could do was try to balance the world as fairly as I could. I tried my best to do right by the living, especially the crows, recruited into something they had no business in. If opportunity prevents itself, child, ending this cycle would be what is right for the universe. My lifetime was too short to come to that conclusion, the ultimate conclusion, but I remain hopeful that others will reach it on their own. Interesting, so generally this was a good guy. This Lord of Doors rather, was a good guy. And is also the Lord of Doors that got us down this path. Only problem being that some of the Lord of Doors did not share his belief of good and bad. Which inadvertently led to us being used as pawns, I suppose. I wonder if this is like a subtle metaphor for the fact that whenever crows are seen, it's usually considered that essentially death is near. Maybe that's too on the nose, I don't know. Or like, this is a Lord of Doors I've not seen yet. Who are you? Here lies Lord Opengate, the third in a lineage of lords. Their rule was steady and without hindrance. A ruler skilled at delegation, they spent many of their years expanding their knowledge whilst travelling the vastness of space. Fair enough. Let's see what you're like. Oh look, he's standing up now. He knows I did it. And there is the elevator. Greetings, young Reaper. Your presence here is quite a conundrum. It would indicate that the course of events which started the formation of Death's Door led the universe to the brink of great peril. However, it is also indicative of those actions correcting themselves. Life is merely the universe experiencing itself. And as the universe seeks balance in all things, we, as parts of it, are all acting to maintain that balance. Stay true to your path, young Reaper. I can sense victory in your future. Ah, so it seems more than one of them was good. For the most part. Maybe I should just take this. Alright, what now, friend? Hey, you got that old elevator working. Perfect timing too. I just finished the next chapter of my song. You'll be wanting to hear it, I imagine. Yes. Alright, here we go. I'll tell you a tale as old as time. A classic repeating paragrime. Dime? A maiden trapped at the peak of our climb. A fisherman love driven out of his mind. The hero will right the wrongs of this crime. A fisherman driven out of his mind. Are you talking about the guy back there who was like struggling? Interesting, the elevator goes up. A princess, you say? That is not a safe feeling bridge if I've ever seen one. I have found the Forbidden Village. Welcome to the camp of the Three Crows, old friend. We knew you'd make it here eventually, even if you needed a bit of guidance along the way. We are a group of free-thinking individuals who reject the ideas of the Lord of Doors. We do not want unnatural immortality, if it must come at the cost of our lives. What is the point in living forever if it is to be a slave? No, we choose to live free and die free. So go, climb ever higher, defeat the beast at the top of the mountain and claim its soul. Oh, but make sure you're well prepared before you head onwards. Remember, you're welcome here anytime you like. Way! Hookshot ability gets upgraded, but how? A silent servant has been vanquished and their soul power added to yours. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so now I've got a sword slash attached to it. Trophy. Crouching tiger, hidden crow. Crow. Amidst this very difficult battle, I thought about something. At the beginning of the game, I was kind of rushing because they said that obviously Death's Door light will start to leave me. I'm wondering if this is how they got the crows initially. Like the trick of, oh no, your life's going to fade away, you better hurry up. Making them like rush, preventing them from actually thinking about the scenario that they're doing, only knowing that their lives were like slowly fading away, you know? Maybe I'm just out of my mind. But it was just a random thought I got. And now for the toughest boss battle I've been having like trouble with once I came to that thought. Yep, a simple poison knight. Damn it, I let him get me. I got something out of it. Well, hey, this is the time I beat him. I guess I was right. And there's more to fight me. Of course there is. But a good reward for it all the same. And now, for a boss. A Yeti of sorts. Betty, to be precise. Betty the Yeti. That is not what I wanted to use. Oh. Ow. No fair, I came into this room weak. Bingo. Did it again. And I believe that is the third giant soul I needed. He couldn't even speak, unlike the rest of them. How did he come to any sort of agreement? We gather here today to mourn the passing of Betty. To some, she was revered as a god. To others, feared as a wild, untamable beast. And to a small few, loved as a radiant beauty. After many lifetimes lived atop the mountain, supplying locals with fur and untimely deaths, she can now rest. Bow your head in remembrance. Pay your last respects. Our time in this world is over. You were annoying boss to fight. What an incredible adventure this has been. Full of twists and turns. So Betty and the Beast were one and the same. Amazing. That means the drunken guy at the Stranded Sailor, he was in love with the Beast? Whoa. I kind of feel bad for them both now. Dead or heartbroken? Which do you think is worse? They're both kind of tragic. Still, it's a great material for a song, huh? I'm gonna start writing right away. Once it's ready, come by the Stranded Sailor sometime and I'll play it for you. Another demonic soul's anger quelled, Reaper. May they find peace in death. Well, this cannot be the end. I can only think of one more place I can go. But first, upgrades. And finally we've made it to the Old Crow. You did it. You're a much stronger Reaper than I. I could have never taken down those giant souls alone. And yet you didn't help me. It is time, at long last. Let us force this door open, fledgling, and finish our assignments. And death's door is open. And now to the other side. This is it. This is the place beyond, where no life is to be seen. Hello? Ah, it's Death. Are you Death? I thought the tales of the original Reaper were just the mad ramblings of the Three Crows. Yeah, well, I guess that's me. So if you didn't know I was real, that means you're not here to rescue me, huh? No, I'm sorry, we're here for another purpose. In fact, you might be able to help us. Wow, rude. But alright. I mean, what's a few more minutes after several centuries? So why are you here? Actually, how did you even get here? We seek the souls that have passed through death's your door. We are service-bound Reapers. We require those souls to finish our tasks and restore our stature with the Commission, otherwise we will die. Oh, awkward. If you're looking for a soul here, then you're out of luck. Any non-corporeal souls that pass through death through the door are absorbed into the ether. Soul energy has to be recycled to create new life. That's why my job was so important. Not that the living didn't hate me for it. I used to go around reaping souls myself, then pick them up and take them to beyond the veil. But it was so depressing. Not for the souls, they don't care, but for the living ones they left behind. I wish I could let them know dying isn't scary. It's just the cycle of life. Thing is, over the vastness of time, I got very tired of that cycle. But then one day, a strange being came to me with a proposition. This being could create portals, doors, to any place or world. They offered to outsource the collection of souls to an automated system using one of their doors. While it was open, it would draw in the souls of the dead. A lighthouse on the shores of the ether, if you will. In return for this, they asked for their lives to be extended. Well, actually, they asked for immortality, but that's impossible. If souls stick around too long past their expiry date, then nothing left to tie them to morality. They decay into demonic forms. All life must end. Well, eventually. So while I kick back, several generations of these self-proclaimed Lord of Doors came and went, enjoying their naturally long lives. Each one agreeing in the end to submit to the limitations of life and go willingly into the Aether. Until one didn't. Which brings us to your current Lord of Doors. Towards the end of what should have been their lifespan, your Lord betrayed our long-standing agreement. They said there had been some kind of incident, that the door had malfunctioned and needed to be made anew. For the door to be reconstructed, it would require the touch of death to link the door to the Aether. Or ether, rather. But after this new door was created and opened, the Lord kicked me inside and sealed it shut. No way for me to escape. No way for stray souls to pass on to the ether. No death among the living. I've been here alone ever since. But my assigned soul, it must be here. It has to be here. I tracked it to this door. It must have entered here somehow. Are you sure you haven't seen it? Sorry, guy. If a soul comes in here without a body, it disappears into the ether. Sooner or later, everything that begins has to end. So, there's no hope? It must still be here somewhere. No, 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 no. I wasted so many years searching for that soul. Decades, centuries. I refuse to die. Uh-oh. I sense you're a little bit past your best before date. The Grey Crow. Oh, really? You're gonna be a problem for me? Oh, really? Alright. Oh, damn, I haven't hit him yet. Oh. Oh, boy. Can you stop sliding around all over the place? Oh, that's so annoying. Can I slide two at the very least? My guy, you were past your best before date. It's not pleasant. What are these birds following me? Why are they following me? I don't know. Accept your time. Oh my gosh. There we go. I do not want to turn into you. You're not pleasant. What does Death have to say about all this? I can't tell you how long it's been since I've felt a fresh breeze on my face or saw, well, anything. You never appreciate something until it's gone, do you? I saw a lot in that. I saw a lot of that in my job, but until your Lord of Doors locked me up, I'd never thought it would apply to me. I'm sorry about your big feathered friend back there. It's always hard for the living to let go of the dead. Even more of a rough one, having to reap him yourself. I can sort of understand that feeling. Even if it wasn't your intention, you've done me a huge favor here, Crow. But it isn't over quite yet. Because while that door has been destroyed, my power is unfortunately still trapped in its remains. Forging the door required a piece of my own soul, and I need it back before I can do my job again. That means if we want to end this cycle, somebody else has to take down the Lord of Doors. Have you guessed who yet? Yeah, I've guessed who. I won't be making any more deals again, that's for sure. Head back to your office and reap your boss's soul, Crow. And remember, death is on your side. Yeah, thanks. On my side, but you won't be giving me any more deals. I could definitely do with a deal. My fellow Crows, we have arrived at a moment foretold long ago. Today, Death's door has been opened, and Death themselves has been freed once more into the world. Fear not, this is not the end of days, but the beginning of a bright future. The forces of life and death have been unnaturally thrown into chaos for thousands of years, and we Crows have played a hand in that. We must right our wrongs. We must accept our fates. We must reject those who led us into a future with no hope. It is time for the Lord of Doors' reign to end, and for us to return to a natural cycle of life. Even as our world teeters on the edge of oblivion, souls like these forest spirits still manage to emerge through the cracks. Soon a new age will begin, and the new world will teem with new life. For that to happen, the final hours of this foretold day must play out as ordained. The Crow that freed Death will have to end the Lord of Doors' reign by himself. Oh. This is the fight. I have been watching you, young Crow. I never really thought it would come to this, yet here we are. Each of my kind are created by the Lord preceding them, and trained to take over their duties before they pass on. On the day we are created, we are told the day on which we will die. My predecessor, my creator, was a cold-hearted tyrant, obsessed with rules and order, how things had to be. The old fool never even gave me a name. Can you believe that? How would your life play out if you knew the exact day you were going to die? If every moment of your existence revolved around its ending? I had to do everything in my power to save myself. I know my actions are not entirely moral, perhaps not even justifiable, but I cannot just let myself die. I refuse to go without a fight. So, young Crow, are you ready to fight for your life as I am for mine? Looks like I don't have a choice. Oh good, you burn just like everybody else. You are annoying. Ow. Was I really supposed to do that with those slow motion? Am I supposed to fight you now? Oh, okay, you just ran into a door. Death. Okay, well at least I get a checkpoint, which is nice. I did a little bit better at that the first time. Oh, okay. I wonder if I could have got some cheap shots on him there. Why are you so strong? And why did you let me reap these souls if you were going to play like this, you dirty player? Saw that coming. Oh, I keep holding down the left trigger button. Yeah, death. In the hope that it would let me, like... Is this how this whole boss fight is gonna go? Like, I'm gonna die at every stage? Oh, okay, good. And I somehow managed to get through that in a better state. There we go. Perish. All things die, including you. On your knees. Please, forgive me. Oh wow, I know I said on your knees, but... Today we mourn the passing of a being who shaped the very fabric of our world. The end of a lineage. The last Lord of Doors. To some, they were a mysterious leader. To others, a dark cloud looming over the world. Driven by a desire to be greater than their creator. They will be remembered for their part in the advancement of door technology. Their ability to maintain order in a dying world. And their unwavering determination to evade death, no matter the cost. Their pursuits may have been unwise, but the will to live is deeply ingrained. Who is to say what any of us would have done given the same choices as this lord? Bow your head in remembrance, pay your last respects. Their time in this world is over. Death's Door. Well, that was fun. I admit the last two bosses were more frustrating than fun. They had a little bit more health and a lot more abilities that required you to watch all of your surroundings rather than just enjoy what you could like actually do or see, which ended up being a bit annoying to me. But yeah, otherwise the bosses were in each and all of them their own like systems unique. I will say the hook shot didn't really feel like that much of a useful weapon towards the end. More oh, now you've unlocked something that will let you explore the rest of the map, to which I did to get the rest of the items. So yeah, it was handy. It just wasn't per se my favorite thing. The bomb was handy, especially when I got the upgrade to prevent it to damage myself, because often enemies are running towards you when you use it. Though it's only really good in like crowd situations, and the problem with crowd situations is once you upgrade the sword, there's no need for the bomb. The sword has a pretty big reach that can really take down quite a lot. It didn't seem like any of the bosses had a weakness to the bomb, or that it stunned them, to say the least, so there's also that. Though there is one enemy I didn't give the bomb, which was the frog, and the final boss, and Betty actually, so 3. So I don't know if it would have had that effect on them, but after it didn't for the first I used the bomb on, I just didn't, or anything else I used the bomb on, I just didn't bother. Especially since it takes 2 charges, and in a boss encounter, those were really bread and butter. The arrow was pretty good until I got flames. I do still like the arrow. I just think having a weapon that not only you could shoot, but then after it hits, it does damage over time was really handy. I don't know if they did this on purpose, but that felt negated in that last boss fight. Like every time I burned him, he went into a roll and all of a sudden he wasn't burned anymore. Kind of annoying there, but if it was to prolong his life, it kind of makes sense. Maybe that it was actually triggered by the roll. It did seem in some encounters where I was fighting some of the side enemies that they would start pulling out techniques faster if I was dealing more damage. But yeah, no, it was a fun project to, or fun game rather, to play. So I'm reading subtitles. And generally, actually rather short. There's only really 3 main bosses outside of the Crow and the Lord of Doors. And the Crow is very questionable, to say the least, so. But all the same, a fun game to play. Oh, there's something left there. And there it is. Beat the game. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed watching the game as much as I enjoyed playing it. Have a good day.